mediocre.
Well, hello there. Welcome to my build showcase, bro. Today I have the craziest sustaining gank build ever. So, right, to be quick and showcase the talents and all that stuff. So we got our attributes, right? We got the shrine down 50 fortitude to 25. Most people think that's like bad to do this in ganks, but to sustain on this build, just you could go 0 fortitude and still live in a gank. Like, it's this crazy. You go 25 agility for all the risky move stuff, 20 strength for all that, you know that. And then 25 intelligence for the ether, 20 willpower for the HP talents, and then right here is the fun part, right? So, I managed to fit 100 heavy, 100 blood red, and flame charm after shrine. So that means that we have level 3 rising flame and all that's like flame talents, you know. Those are all the important stuff. And I've got a little combo, as you can see, well, as you saw from the intro, kind of, if you did. So we go Blood Edge and then go Vicious Sand right after. Look at this damage. Hold that thought before I was gonna say anything. Jesus Christ, like, you saw that, right? Holy yikes. That in a gank, nobody's parrying that, you know. It's a very crowded chaos, like a lot of going on, and you just hit this. And if they get guard broken by Vicious Descent, because you're in a blood pool, because we have 40 Flame Charm, they literally explode. They explode, yes. And then it's like a big fiery explosion, and it's very brutal, and it does a lot of damage, and I like that, you know. It's the impact, bro. It's the psychological damage that you hit in this build, and as you can see, I have a little Fate Tremor here, where I cannot talk today. The thing is, you could go Blade Harper and be boring as hell. I'm just saying Blade Harper would be very good for this build too. But the thing is, Fate Tremor is just like in a gank. You have the hair products, which you can revitalize. This heals 10% HP, by the way. That's the thing. Wait, let me see if it actually works on this dummy. Well, it doesn't. Okay, well, that sucks. But you heal 10% per usage of this. And look at the cooldown. Like, in Blind Seer, most people use Blind Seer for, like, the little ganks that they have. And they get the Mind Soothe. And the cooldown is, like, 2 hours, bro. There's no way you're getting that back in, like, a convenient time. But this, 10% every, like, what, 20 seconds? Crazy sustain. On the other people, of course. But now here's the fun part of this build, right? I've seen not like one build that I fought against at least run the like the 100 heavy, 100 blood thing, and bro, it's crazy. The thing is, you get Rush Hour, and because I have Deep Scoring Cats, which I recommend using, you take no damage from this, by the way. Uh-oh. I think I hear a little something. Right, that was weird. Alright, yeah. So, yeah, what I was saying is that you could go Blade Harper, but it's boring. Blade Harper is boring, it's too strong, blah blah blah. And Fate Tremor is not even that weak, honestly. Yeah. So, we have all these, you know, all these cool mantras that you have. Very, very comboable, very fun to use. You know, Soulfire Siphon just goes out instantly. Flame Grab is just your grab move. Rising Flame, you can feint into this, which is very good. Rising Flame, like this. And the downslam, the 70 damage with the 40, like, the first hit. Crazy damage right there. If you put Bloodless Gem on it, even more sustain. Oh yeah, as I was saying, the Rush Hour mechanic of this build, because if we go 100-100, bro, you pop this, and then you hit one target. Look at how much you heal from just hitting one target right there. 1 bar of HP already gained in a gank, instantly, right? For yourself. And, you know, if you're battling, like, you know, 1v3 or something, if you hit 2 people, that healing that you get is doubled. So I can't really showcase it here because it's gonna run out, but still. Instant 1 bar, like that. That's how crazy the sustain of this build is. And like I said, you know, with the Flame Tremor, you can heal other people too. Which is even crazier, right? So, as you can see, you got all the talents, all the little niche combo that we got there, and then the little, like, the amount of damage that we deal. Look at this, we're dealing 70 damage, and we have, you know, we can pop our little flames right here, get flame within. We deal even more damage, which is 76, bro. Like, come on, that's insane. And then, you know, we have our crit, which I'm dumb and I missed. it does like 70 damage to plus the 30 from the first hit. So it's like 100 damage, 120 damage with like all the buffs and stuff. Crazy, right? Yeah, this build is crazy, bro. I'm telling y'all, yeah, this build is crazy. And okay, one more niche thing about this is that I am very lazy to grind for one, but there's a weapon called the Night Axe, which, you know, deals 80% chip damage. You probably know it. But the gimmick of this build, you know, with the 100 heavy and 100 blood, if you hit someone's block and you do chip damage, you heal that chip damage to yourself. Which, you know what that means with Night Axe, right? 80% chip damage, and if you can enchant it, by the way, if you put no life king on it, you are not dying in any gank, 1v1, or in anything, except for Chime, by the way, because, you know, no life king doesn't work in Chime. But yeah, you can imagine the sustain and the healing that this build gets. With the crazy amount of damage and the flame charm, you know, you still got your flame wisp, by the way. You can use your, you know, right flame, heal off of that too. I don't have enough, I'm not healing. Like that, we're healing quite a decent amount from this. And we're getting our nullifying clarity and charge return in return, you know. That's even more damage that I deal. So, yeah, that's pretty much the build. Thank you for watching, bro. My first video, I'm gonna probably upload more footage of this build, like, you know, some ganking, maybe Chime. I'm not the biggest fan of Chime. I'm sitting at 950 elo right now. I don't really want to go up there, you know. Kind of scared. You know, yeah. One more thing. I keep saying one more thing, but because this build is that crazy. This build can also like run a lot of PvE stuff, you know? Because of the rush hour, you basically get vampirism on your course of agonies, which is not enchantable, right? You know, you're doing maybe like the WoW Thorn trial, and you are also not dying if you're, you know, if you're scared there too. You know, that's just a little fact. That's not that important because this build is primarily PvP, of course. But yeah, in other PvE events, you also do not die. So you could, this is kind of like a multi-purpose thing. So, thank you for watching, bro. Builds in the description. No need to join a pesky little, you know, Discord server. I'm not gonna gatekeep anything. I'm not gatekeeping anything. And I don't think that this build is like too special because, you know, there definitely has been people who thought of this, but just like didn't make a video on it. But yeah, see you on the next one.
I can